Joe pretends to be interested in Maddie, but struggles because he realizes he can't kill her. Maddie sees through his act. At home, Henry pushes Joe away and starts therapy with George. Meanwhile, Teddy and Kate make a plan to take down Reagan. Joe disagrees with sending Henry to a new school and suggests they manipulate Gretchen instead. Kate doesn't trust Joe and decides to handle things on her own, which frustrates him. At the bookstore, Bronte talks to Joe about his writer's block and jokes that he needs to relax. They talk about a romance book sale, and Joe nervously agrees to go. He later tries to get Maddie to help him get dirt on Reagan, but Maddie tells him she's not scared of him. She says she's handled worse before and brings up her diabetes, showing she's in control. Annoyed, Joe goes to the book sale and watches Bronte bargain like a pro. They joke about romance stories and Bronte makes him act out cheesy scenes. Joe thinks about kissing her, but reminds himself that she's too young and works for him. At the same time, Teddy finds out Reagan has been stealing money, but Kate hides this from Joe. Teddy jokes that Joe might strangle Reagan, possibly hinting he knows more than he lets on. Joe later tries to give Maddie an insulin shot, but she mocks him and he walks away. Feeling reckless, he joins Bronte at a reading event. She talks about passion in writing, which makes Joe uncomfortable. Suddenly, her ex Clayton shows up and causes a scene. He accuses Bronte of scamming him and reads part of her old writing to embarrass her. Bronte stands up for herself before Joe can step in. Kate plans to confront Reagan but finds out Reagan knows about Harrison's affair with Maddie. With Maddie now missing, Kate uses the drama to pressure Reagan into fixing things with the school. Reagan agrees and a truce is formed. When Kate tells Joe, he's more focused on the fact that Reagan still won't deal with the Bob problem. Inspired by the romance books, Joe gets a new idea. Now that Maddie and Harrison's affair is out, they should run away together. Maddie panics and says Reagan will cut them off. She reveals Gretchen is her daughter and that Reagan played with her emotions. Joe gives her the insulin and listens. That night, he looks for Bronte and finds out she's somehow connected to Beck's book. He suspects she's using him, but instead finds her crying. She shares her story. Her mom got sick and died, and now she tries to live in the moment. Joe mentions Beck, and Bronte says she admires her. They bond over writing. But when Bronte flirts, Joe backs off and leaves. Still, he can't stop thinking about her. He locks away his writing, deciding to focus on his family. Home, Joe confesses his love to Kate, but she's uncomfortable with heroic acts. Disappointed, he stalked Clayton online, unaware Bronte would appreciate her better. Reagan appears and gains Maddie's rights, foiling his plan. Joe suggests a twisted scheme. Maddie impersonates Reagan,